Hey guys, it's Hillary. It is Monday. I'm here in my studio waiting on my first client of the week, and it's week 2 of being reopened. And I kind of want to just touch base with you guys and see how you're doing. If you're reopened, if you're still waiting. I can say after a week of doing back in the studio and still continuing the virtual, because I do have clients that aren't quite comfortable coming back, which is fine. And then of course I have my classes and some workshops and stuff. I have a workshop actually this weekend that you can check out, either here in the studio or virtual. But what I discovered for myself as a teacher, in case you are just reopening or getting ready to reopen, there was kind of this, I'll just go through the whole thing. It's kind of like, so the first day, Monday, it was kind of like when you're that little kid, that first day of school, you know, where you have the butterflies and you're a little nervous, but you're excited. And so I made it mandatory for my clients to wear masks, but then our governor, like a day or two later, made it mandatory as well. So that's great. And the reason I did that, and I know it's really personal for a lot of people, and I don't want to get into any you should, you shouldn't. I really feel like, you know, you've got to be comfortable. Your clients have to be comfortable in terms of what, you know, you're willing to put yourself out there with. And for me, it was important because I want to be safe as well as my client being safe. And also I worried about if the client wasn't wearing a mask and that next client came in and I don't know, like there's all these different things on the aerosol and staying in the space. So it just made me more comfortable. And what I realized is as I was teaching, because I had the mask on and my client had the mask on, I was truly able to focus, and I was really able to be in that moment and not think about other things, which was really freeing for me. So that was a good decision for me. Hi, Dana. The other thing was, I as the week went on, and I had it staggered with a real client in person with a virtual class and then another client. So I hadn't had back to back, but because I just opened here in January, that's really easy for me because I don't have a full schedule and it's very easy to kind of manipulate and move people around. So that also gave me comfort. But I did lose a potential client that called before it was mandatory to wear masks. And when she found out she had to wear a mask, she canceled her session and said it was too uncomfortable and she couldn't do it. And I really debated for a while. Do I not make it mandatory so that I can get this client? You know, because I want clients and we all want clients. But then my gut was saying, no, stick to this. So I did. And so, you know, I don't know. Now it's mandatory, so who knows where she is and what's going on. But I did what I needed to do for me, which is what we need to do. I realized also at the end of the week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I was exhausted. I was like just spent. And I realized it's because there is a lot of anxiety for us as teachers putting ourselves back out there into the world, right? And I've been really, really good at sheltering at home, groceries delivered, takeout, don't go anywhere. So it was the first week where I was back around people that weren't in my household, meaning my husband and my dogs. So I realized as the week went on that I was, you know, obviously nervous about that and anxious, which is normal. So I did notice that a bit. I also noticed that the clients came in as expected and they were nervous, they were anxious, and most of them had been in my situation, right? They were all sheltered at home, they're not going out, and this is their first venture out. So they were nervous too. But I also noticed as the hour went by, just the whole body relaxing and getting into it and focusing and forgetting all that. And when we were done, it was just a whole different person. So it's been a really fun, exciting, nerve-wracking anxiety week. and now it's into week 2. And I still have clients that are, not quite sure about coming, and I'm just letting them decide because they have to be comfortable with that, right? And we have to respect that. Hi, Sheena. I got your text, by the way. But I think it's also important that we as teachers, because I have some friends who they could open their studios, but they're not, or they could go back to teaching, and they're not right now, and we have to respect that too. That's what I think is important, and what I've really observed as people have been reopening all over is we've got to do what's right for us, and by doing that, the client will be more comfortable, we'll be more comfortable. I have some teacher training coming up, so this whole week kind of put that thought process into me about why did I become a teacher? What drove me to teaching? So my latest blog, you can see on my website, is kind of that question, when you're starting your journey, why do I want to be a Pilates teacher? And I think now that it's a good question for people, and I think people are questioning, why do I want to be a Pilates teacher? Why am I a Pilates teacher? So it's kind of a good week to kind of go back to that and find out, why did I want to become a Pilates teacher? What is still my passion about it, which is a lot, we won't go into that. But it's a good question to ask yourself as we kind of go through this. Or if you're even thinking about becoming a teacher, it's a really good question. And the blog kind of explains why. But anyway, that's it. It is 20 minutes before my client gets here. So it's her 3rd session with me. She's new. Super sweet. But anyway, that's it. I'm here. I've got everything ready, and it's week 2. So just stay safe out there. Do what you need to do for you and your clients, and just be safe. Okay, that was it. So feel free to DM me if you have any just venting you need to do, or questions, or whatever. I'm here. And check out my blog. Bye, guys. Enjoy your day.